And so in that time, Jephthah, a man of Gilead, was full strong, and a fighter, the son of a woman whore, the which Jephthah was born of Gilead. And Gilead had a wife, of whom he had sons, which after they increased, casted out Jephthah, and said, Thou mayest not be an heir in the house of our father, for thou art born of another mother. And he fled his brethren, and eschewed them, and dwelled in the land of Tob. And poor men were gathered to him, and pursued him as a prince. In those days the sons of Ammon fought against Israel. And when they continued sharply, the greater men in birth of Gilead went to take into the help of themselves Jephthah from the land of Tob. And they said to him, Come thou, and be our prince, and fight against the sons of Ammon. To which he answered, Whether not yet it be that hated me, and threw me out of the house of my father, whether not ye it be that hated me, and threw me out of the house of my father, and now ye have come to me, and were compelled by need. And the princes of Gilead said to Jephthah, Therefore for this cause we came now to thee, that thou go with us, and fight against the sons of Ammon, and thou be the duke of all men that dwell in Gilead. And Jephthah said to them, Whether ye came verily or without fraud to me, that I fight for you against the sons of Ammon, and if the Lord shall betake them into mine hands, shall I be your prince? The which answered to him, The Lord himself, that heareth these things, is mediator and witness, that we shall fulfill our promises to thee. And so Jephthah went with the princes of Gilead, and all the people made him their prince. And Jephthah spake all his words before the Lord in Mizpah. And he sent messengers to the king of the sons of Ammon, which messengers should say of his person, What is it to me and to thee? For thou hast come against me to waste my land. To the which messengers the king answered, For Israel, when he ascended from Egypt, took away my land from the coast of Ammon unto Arnon unto Jabbok, into Jordan. Now therefore yield it to me again with peace. By the which messengers Jephthah sent again, and commanded to them that they should say to the king of Ammon, Jephthah saith these things, Israel took not the land of Moab, neither the land of the sons of Ammon, but they went up from Egypt. Israel went by the wilderness unto the Red Sea, and came into Kadesh. He sent messengers to the king of Edom, and said, Suffer thou me, that I go through thy land. The which king would not assent to the prayers of Israel. And Israel sent to the king of Moab, and he despised to give Israel passage. And so Israel dwelled in Kadesh, and he compassed by the side of the land of Edom, and the land of Moab. And he came to the east coast of the land of Moab, and set in terms beyond Arnon. Neither he would enter into the terms of Moab, for Arnon is the end of the land of Moab. And so Israel sent messengers to Sihon, king of Amorites, that dwelled in Heshbon. And they said to him, Suffer thou, that I pass through thy land under the river. And he despised the words of Israel, and suffered not him pass by his terms. But with a multitude without number gathered together, Sihon went out against Israel at Jahaz, and again stood him strongly. And the Lord betook Sihon with all his host into the hands of Israel. And Israel smote him, and had in possession all the land of the Amorites, the dwellers of that country, and all the coast thereof, from Arnon unto Jabbok, and from the wilderness unto Jordan. Therefore the Lord God of Israel destroyed Amorites, fighting against him for his people Israel. And wilt thou now have in possession his land? Whether or not those things which Chemosh thy God had in possession be due to thee by right, swiftly those things which the Lord our God overcomer hath gotten shall fall into our possession. But in hap thou art better than Balak, the son of Zippor, king of Moab. Either thou mayest say that Balak strived against Israel, and fought against him, when Israel dwelled in Heshbon, and in the towns thereof, and in Aror, and in the towns thereof, and in all cities beyond Jordan, by 300 years. Why in so much time essayed ye nothing on this asking again? Therefore not I do sin against thee, but thou doest evil against me, and bringest in battles not just to me, the Lord, judge of this day, deemed betwixt the sons of Israel and betwixt the sons of Ammon. And the king of the sons of Ammon would not assent to the words of Jephthah, which he sent by the messengers. Therefore the Spirit of the Lord was made upon Jephthah, and he compassed Gilead and Manasseh, Mizpah and Gilead, and he passed from thence to the sons of Ammon. And he made a vow to the Lord, and said, If thou shalt betake the sons of Ammon into mine hands, whoever goeth out first of the doors of mine house, and cometh against me, turning again with peace from the sons of Ammon, I shall offer him burnt sacrifice to the Lord. And Jephthah went to the sons of Ammon to fight against them, which the Lord betook into his hands. And he smote from Aroer till that he came into Minnith, 20 cities, and unto Abel, which is set about with vineries, with full great vengeance. And the sons of Ammon were made low of the sons of Israel. And when Jephthah turned again into Mizpah, his house, his one begotten daughter came to meet him with tympans and crowds dancing, for he had not other free children. And when he saw her, he rent his clothes and said, Alas, my daughter, thou hast troubled me, and thou art troubled. For I opened my mouth to the Lord, and I may do none other thing. To whom she answered, My father, if thou openest thy mouth to the Lord, do to me whatever thing thou promisest, while vengeance and victory of thine enemies be granted to thee. And she said to her father, Give thou to me only this thing, which I beseech. Suffer thou me in that in 2 months I compass hills, and bewail my maidenhood with my fellows. To whom he answered, Go thou. And he suffered her in 2 months. And when she had gone forth with her fellows and her playfellows, she bewept her maidenhood in the hills. And when 2 months were fulfilled, she turned again to her father, and he did to her as he avowed. And she knew no man fleshly. From that time a custom came in Israel, and that custom is kept, that after the end of the year the daughters of Israel come together and bewail the daughter of Jephthah of Gilead 4 days.